Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails to Azure, where in the previous episode we saved Ellie and Speaker McDowell from captivity at Michelin. We fought the Red Constellation, we came up on the beach, we fought him in the amusement park, and we kicked some serious butt. This time around, with Mayor McDowell, we're gonna send a signal to the world that President Croy sucks. But to do that, we gotta go to a booster site. But before that, I wanna know how you're doing, Ellie.
We're about to hack the orbital net and formally declare the independent state of Crossbell invalid. In the end, everything will come down to timing. It's not like me to be this nervous.
Well, I can understand why you would be. What we're planning will end the temporary peace that Crossbell has right now. That's a fact we can't contend with.
It makes me wonder if what we're doing is really the right thing. Uncle and the others have provided Crossbell with protection against Erebonia and Calvert. So many innocent people benefit from that. And here we are, trying to wrest it away from them.
I know. But this so-called peace is only possible because President Croix and the others are exploiting Kia for it. The people have no clue what's happening, the cost of their newfound freedom. There's no way we can let this continue.
You're right. I can never accept a peace that was obtained by sacrificing Kia's happiness and well-being. Thank you, Lloyd. Chatting with you was just what I needed to let go of my doubts.
Anytime, Ellie. This operation is our first step towards taking Kia back. We need to pull it off no matter what.
Right, let's give it our all.
Nice recap, Ellie, thank you.
I'm still unsure on whether declaring Crossbell's independence invalid is the right thing to do. But I know that I could never accept a peace that was obtained by sacrificing Kia's happiness and well-being. This operation is the first step towards rescuing Kia, and we cannot afford to fail.
Agreed. I was chilling down here, Speaker McDowell himself. Are you ready, Speaker McDowell?
Yes, I'm prepared to declare the independent state of Crossbell invalid at a moment's notice. I give you my word that Henry McDowell will not be pulling any punches. Rest assured that my statement will serve as an answer to Dieter's past assertions.
Thank you again for doing this.
There's no need to thank me, Lloyd. How the declaration will be received by the court of public opinion is the true variable. I may no longer be the orator that Dieter is, but I shall do my utmost to convey the sincerity of our intentions. This is something I must do. It's imperative that every Crossbellan consider the future of our homeland.
Well said. We're counting on you.
I am prepared to declare the independent state of Crossbell invalid at a moment's notice. From there, all else hinges on how the declaration is received by the court of public opinion. I may no longer be, but I will do my best.
Indeed. You go, McDowell.
It took some time, but we're all set to get this declaration of invalidity thing going. Now that Speaker McDowell has a statement in order, all that's left is to get him on the airwaves. Oh boy, I'm starting to get nervous. Maybe I should go do some vocal warm-ups on deck.
Once Speaker McDowell declares Crossbell's independence invalid, it won't be long before the effects ripple through the entire state. My guess is it's gonna become a lot easier for any pockets of resistance to come out of the woodwork. This could be the turning point we've all been waiting for.
Let's do this.
There we are. With that, your treatment should be complete.
I am once again in your debt, Tio.
Zaid? Were you injured while we were in Michelin?
Yes, by those Red Constellation fools, no less. The wound itself should heal quickly, but that I was hit at all came as a shock. You mustn't underestimate them. In any case, the amber served its purpose as a diversion, but they are unlikely to fall for it a second time.
Noted. Still, you were a big help out there. Thanks for everything, Zaid.
Well, there is no need for gratitude, as you should well know. Now then, seeing as you have recovered your comrades, Lloyd, it would seem there is no need for me to accompany you any longer. I'll remain on reserve as I did before. Remember, you can always call me if you need assistance.
By generating orbital waves from my staff, you mean? Understood.
Furthermore, should I come to your aid in battle, know that I will be doing so in my original form from now on. The roaming monsters out there will be no more than helpless prey before me.
I can bet. It'll be a welcome sight having you at our side in Holy Beast mode again.
Thank you, Zaid. As always, I look forward to working alongside you. It was only for a short time, but I enjoyed fighting alongside Zaid. I owe him more than I could ever repay for all the protection he has given us.
Your numbers have grown to the point where my protection is no longer needed. Should you ever require my assistance, you may call upon me as you did before. I will hasten from the backlines to your side in my original form, Fang's Spirit for battle. The roaming monsters out there will be no more than helpless prey.
I believe it. I'll be lending a hand with the hacking process from that terminal over there. The orbital network is a little outside my area of expertise, but can at least help with the Merkabah system structure. The Graalstrader have a mission to fulfill too, so I'll lend a hand in whatever way I can. Sounds good.
Our actions today will call into question the legitimacy of Crossbell's independence. And doing that means challenging the establishment of the defense force too. I'm sure Commander Bales can handle the aftermath, but there's no avoiding the unrest that's going to ensue. We should consider ourselves lucky that the two major powers are preoccupied with their own civil turmoil.
Once we broadcast the declaration of invalidity, the CDF should pull back to see how things play out. The Red Constellation, though? Well, they're in Dieter's pocket. They're not gonna give a rat's ass one way or another. Hell, might even give them an excuse to start playing hardball. And that's saying something, compared to what they've already done. Point is, we gotta be on guard for anything.
When I first arrived in this state as Yin, I never imagined myself fighting to save it. Maybe it's too late for me to be having this realization, but I'm starting to feel like this role is one I don't deserve. However, the fates of Crossbell and Cecile are one and the same. I'll protect them both with everything I have.
That's the spirit, Rixia. I believe. Right. We'll check out Ellie's gear in a second, because we haven't really given her a tune-up since she came on board.
Hey, is it time to start the operation yet? Just say the word and I'll get to hacking.
Somehow I feel like you're a little too fired up for this.
Yeah, I gotta get back at those creeps for locking me up so long without an orbital net connection. Just you wait and see. I'm gonna send that old geezer's voice to every last terminal in Crossbell.
Please don't call him a geezer. Even during times like these, you need to address him as Speaker McDowell. It's only polite, Jonah.
Okay, sheesh, get off my back already. No wonder you became a cop. Now quit being such a killjoy and let's get this show on the road. I gotta get back at those creeps, especially that witch Merkabah. I'm gonna teach her a lesson she'll never forget.
Jonah really knows how to hold a grudge.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
What are you up to, Fran?
Oh, hey Lloyd. I was just making sure the camera and microphone are working. We're gonna be sending audio and video from here in the Merkabah to screens all over the place via the orbital net. Hello, my name's Fran Seeker, and I love my big sister Noe more than anyone in the whole wide world. Yep, it's picking everything up hunky-dory.
Even in times like these, you can always count on Fran to help ease the tension.
We're gonna be sending audio and video. I need to double check that everything works.
There isn't much security around the booster's side, fortunately for us. It's completely outside the CDF and Jaeger's patrol routes. If we head straight there in the Merkabah, we should be able to finish with no interruptions. As for how this declaration of invalidity will change things and shape the future, the goddess only knows. Why am I tripping over that? I don't know where to put the stress. Invalidity. Invalidated. It doesn't matter. It has to be invalidity. Lidity, right? Invalidity. The defense force and Jaegers have been on high alert ever since Speaker McDowell was freed from their clutches. As things stand, there is no location where we could land the Merkabah without risk. I figured as much. In that case, let's focus our efforts on the plan and head for the booster site. Agreed.
All that remains is to decide when the operation will be initiated. Speak to me again whenever you're ready.
Indeed. Travel in the Merkabah, we cannot go back to the old locations right now. So that's gonna be for later. We still have these monster chests, so some of the things that we have yet to do, and we still have a chance to do, just not at the moment since we're in this whole state right here, is we gotta use, which was mentioned at the top of the guide for the finale, which I kind of brushed over. We gotta use 3 combo crafts with every member of the party, well, including Rixia, though she's not part of the SSS, for bonding. So we gotta do that before we go to a later dungeon this chapter. So that's gonna be for some fun bonding scenes. I have not been keeping track so far this chapter, so I'm just gonna do it from scratch, and I'm gonna note it down next to me. So yeah, combo crafts is gonna be the main focus, and then some monster chests as well. For now, Ellie. Ellie. She's got a new gun, Grey Joker, latest in the Verne Company's Military Officers series. You, good lady, are going to get something a little crazy. I mean, I'll give you a sniper barrel. Yeah, dude, does she have a lot of evasion, or is it just me? No, that's her dex. Her dex is incredibly high. It's nice. Now then. Anything else we want? Something that just kind of... Dude, more dex over 100% to hit is kind of crazy. 10 speed, though. Might just go 10... I mean, honestly, 10 speed. Some more drop rate. Let's just do it. Other than that, everybody has items. Just making sure. Alright, Ellie's the only one without a Master Quartz. What's fun? Begin battle with immunity. That's pretty cool. Raise Def ADF. Strength, ADS, and speed when battle begins. Phantom. Chance to guarantee party advantage. Kinda digging that. Honestly. Yeah, I'll go Phantom on her. Now, when it comes to the quartz in your slots, we're gonna go with some classic ones here. Could I get a new attack quart here? How's my separate situation? No, I couldn't make an attack 3 at the moment. It's alright. That's alright. Instead, action 2 is a no-brainer. Attack 2 is a no-brainer for me. HP 2. Just a good old. Some of the real crazy stuff is already equipped by the others. It should really have an effect, though. Let's do... Sleep is fun. Sleep is fun if anybody's gonna friggin'... If it's gonna work on anybody. I cast 2/2 so that she can throw out some cool spells. Let's take a quick nap in the nap room. And... I believe we're ready to go. Let us set off in the Merkabah. The original gang going to the booster side. We can use the experimental signal booster to hack into the orbital net and broadcast a declaration of invalidity. Once we do this, there's no going back. Are we ready? I think we are. It's kind of crazy. Considering the scope of this. Tangram Hill, wireless booster side.
Cameras, check. Sound systems, double check.
We are now approaching the airspace directly above the signal booster. You may begin whenever you see fit.
Okay, here we go. You ready, Speaker McDowell?
Yes, let's begin.
Here goes nothing. Establishing link from booster to orbital net. Let the hacking begin. Yes! I've got control of the communication system.
Switching to main camera. Go for it. Good morning, Crossbell. This is reporter Grace Lynn of the Crossbell News Service coming to you live. As a disclaimer, the following transmission is not endorsed by the CNS. I am here in an independent capacity to deliver this breaking bulletin to you. With that, there is someone here whom I would like to introduce. I give you Speaker Henry McDowell, representative of the autonomous state of Crossbell.
Good morning, citizens of Crossbell, as well as everyone else who may be watching this broadcast. I, Henry McDowell, am Speaker of the Diet of the Autonomous State of Crossbell. As I'm sure you are all aware, former Mayor Croix has recently declared the founding of the independent state of Crossbell. Moreover, he established a military organization known as the Crossbell Defense Force. Already, some Crossbellans have come to welcome both. However, I urge you all to reconsider. Consider whether our present course has truly been the will of the people. Naturally, each and every one of you has the right to decide for yourself the ethicality of our independence. Even so, the fact of the matter is that our current administration was not established via a democratic process. Independence was proclaimed under the pretense of unanimity, when in truth, several Diet members, myself included, were falsely imprisoned. To reiterate, all that has been declared had been done so arbitrarily, without the consent of the Crossbell Diet. So now I ask you, was the referendum's purpose truly to gauge the stance of the people toward national sovereignty? No, it was but a validation of our former mayor's declaration of intent, a pretext under which to pursue his own whims. The Defense Force, the independent state of Crossbell, and even the president himself, they are all founded on illegitimate grounds. But rather than simply challenging the legality of how this came to be, there is something just as important that I want my fellow Crossbellans to ask themselves. Is this state of affairs, this administration, this life they have created for our state and all the continent, truly just? That is the question. And so, I wish to present to you all the opportunity to come to your own conclusions. With that, as a representative of Crossbell State, I hereby emphatically and categorically declare the independent state of Crossbell invalid.
Wow, he really said it!
This is gonna give us a little more leeway for sure.
Indeed it will. Sergey, what's this they're doing? Huh, you tell me. You know anyone else who could pull this off? Shake a leg, people. Looks like business is about to pick up. Oh, I bet he's fuming. I hope Kia sees this. I hope everybody sees this. On a big screen, in stereo, 5.1 surround sound.
And there you have it. From here, I would now like to disclose the truth behind the events leading to this day. It began with the raid on Crossbell City 2 months ago.
How much longer do we intend to let them peddle this swill over our airwaves?
We've discovered the conduit they used to gain access to the signal and are in the process of cutting them off. It should only take another few minutes or so.
we've begun withdrawing the screens that have been set up in the city as well. The citizens should disperse on their own shortly.
So this was their ace in the hole. It's no easy task weaving a thread of fact into a tapestry of fiction. That's the mark of a wily old veteran if I ever saw one.
Aren't you forgetting something? This never would have happened had you not allowed the speaker to escape from house arrest.
Fair point. We'll shoulder the blame for that. Though, had you allowed us to do things our way from the start, those pests would be dead. Then, this never would have happened.
We cannot afford to compromise the Divine Child's temperament. There's only so far we can go with the SSS and their allies if we want to keep her cooperation.
Vexing as it all is, those are the terms we agreed to.
This ploy will likely have a considerable effect on the defense force stationed outside of the city too. I'll do what I can to mitigate it. Please do.
I'd say it's about high time we got down and dirty ourselves. Hey, Yui and the Resistance are still out there. Let the hunt begin.
In the meantime, I'll get in touch with our associates at Ouroboros. Something needs to be done about the SSS, not to mention the church's airship.
If you would.
Well, that was quite a show. Seems to me that your old man is all velvet glove and no iron fists.
That may be how you see it, but I would ask you to consider this an act of foresight as president. This project's ultimate goal is to shift the balance of power across the entire continent. That's something that my father could never hope to do alone.
Hence why he surrounded himself with collaborators who can get the job done for him. Such as the Divine Blade of Wind, as well as that other gentleman.
Precisely.
Oh, obviously.
Daddy, you done talking yet? Oh, hey Lady Belle, what's up? Surely, as spirited as ever, I see. Have you finished thinking over what we discussed earlier?
You mean about being in charge of your private unit?
Yeah, it sounds kind of fun, but I like what I'm doing already.
You could at least wait until I leave the room before trying to headhunt her from right under my nose.
Yes. My apologies. In any case, Mr. Orlando, I would like to proceed as per our previous arrangements, if you don't mind.
Fine by me. What are you gonna do, lad?
I'm not your grandson, Pops. Just keep your nose in your own business. I do whatever I want.
Suit yourself.
You're always welcome to roll with us if you want, Walt. I'll put you through the paces.
Tch.
Such a thoughtful pair, aren't they?
You think that deadly little daddy's girl is thoughtful? Then again, I guess you'd probably relate, wouldn't you? No wonder you all click so well.
Having second thoughts about taking me up on my offer?
Huh, as if. I finally got the power I deserve thanks to that drug you gave me. Power no one but me can handle.
That's for certain. None could hope to match you in physical strength when you demonize Walt. I couldn't ask for a better test case.
What am I? Some kind of lab rat to you? Not that it's any skin off my back. As long as I get to crush that smug son of a bitch, I'm gonna put him in his place for good. The shockwaves of Speaker McDowell's declaration of invalidity slowly spread throughout the state, as well as the rest of the continents. Whatever impact it had on those in Crossbell City remained shrouded in mystery due to the barrier. Within the defense force, however, unrest spread virulently as the chain of command at Belgard and Tangram Gate began to unravel. Amidst the chaos, the SSS received a surprising call aboard the Merkabah. You figured out how to bring down the barrier?
Yes, and in turn, a way to suppress the power of the 3 Aeons. The key lies in the Great Bells.
Great bells. Do you refer to the ones at Stargazer's Tower and the Moon Temple?
Are you suggesting that they're empowering the barrier and the Aeons?
No, strictly speaking, their power is derived from the Septerion. However, the Septerion is not yet complete at the moment. For it to perform its so-called miracles over an extended area, its powers seem to rely on designated spatial fields. Said fields are specified by the resonance of the bells.
I never realized they were capable of that. So if we can just stop them from resonating...
And you may be able to release the barrier. I wager that it would also suppress the power of the White Aeon that destroyed Corellia Fortress. At least in theory.
Hell, it's gotta be worth a try. The barrier and White Aeon do remain our largest obstacles. Liberating Crossbell City will be impossible as long as the both of them remain.
So in other words, we should prepare to head to Stargazer's Tower and the Moon Temple. Yes. As for the third bell, it was used at the ancient battlefield, and then taken back to Central Square according to Zhao. We can't do anything about that one. We can still stop the bells at the tower and the temple at least.
That is, if we can get past Ouroboros. Members of their forces are guarding both locations.
Well, shoot. Yet another problem to account for.
Campanella is stationed at the Moon Temple. As for the Stargazer's Tower, I believe it is under the protection of Aryan Rod.
That crazy strong chick in the tin can again, huh?
She's several problems in one. We may manage to pull out a win against a fool. But even with our numbers, I highly doubt we'd stand a chance fighting toe-to-toe against a Steel Maiden.
Could she really be that powerful?
She is. Granted, the society has its fair share of heavy hitters regardless. But she surpasses even the mightiest warriors they can muster. Her strength is inhuman. There may not be a man alive who could defeat her.
That's absurd!
But Wazy, you're one of the Septian Church's dominions. A role like that isn't given without reason. Yet still, you're saying that even you wouldn't be able to oppose her? That's right. I wouldn't even trust my Stigma's power to put so much as a dent in her armor. If anyone could challenge her, and that's a big if, it'd be the commander.
Yes. However, the entire continent is in a state of emergency. As things are, Commander Selnet is in no position to come here.
I know. We'd at least have a puncher's chance if Kevin were here.
It's too bad time is a luxury we can't afford. We finally have an opening that could allow us to break this deadlock. There's no other choice. We have to take this opportunity.
Hell yeah.
Agreed.
It doesn't matter how powerful she is. No one is invincible. They're right. If we falter here, we'll never reach Bell and the others.
I'm in. Let's head to Stargazer's Tower and the Moon Temple.
I wish you the best of luck. I would also advise that you save Aryan Rod at Stargazer's Tower for last, lest you be unprepared to face her knights, let alone the maiden herself.
You can reach the Moon Temple via the fork in the tunnel along Mainz mountain path.
Whew!
Okay, that explains how we're gonna get these freaking temples back into play. And how we bring down the barrier. Oh, those are juicy tidbits. Whew. Take a quick breather, just... All right, the world should have opened up again now, so we should be able to travel around more freely, and now is the time to. We want to grab some different things. Now, I think according to the guide, we could technically do all of this after Moon Temple, but I'm just gonna do it right now, methinks. So, for that, let's do talkies on the Merkabah.
The Steel Maiden. She was the one who shattered Yin's mask. Perhaps it would be only fair that I return the favor. I am not sure how I'd fare against such an overwhelming opponent, to be honest. But I will not yield. I have my own mission that I have to accomplish, no matter what.
You go, Rixia. You sure what for?
Grandfather's declaration of invalidity has had major repercussions all over the map. Now that the CDF is withdrawn, civil unrest might start bubbling up to the surface. It might be a good idea to check out things have changed around the state on our way to stop the two bells.
Yes, thanks for the little hint. It looks like, and it makes sense. We got new talkies, new bonding points, at least with Cecile as St. Ursula, and a new Sunshine Agnes.
So, before that though... Speaker McDowell?
Pardon me, Lloyd. I was lost in thought. Declaring the independent state of Crossbell invalid has broken us out of this deadlock. Was it truly the right thing to do? I fear there is no correct answer. Even so, I have always believed that the act of seeking it is vital in and of itself. That is my duty as Speaker of the Diet, and, above all, as a true Crossbellan.
We'll never forget what you've done for us, Speaker McDowell. Know that once this is all over, the SSS will lend you whatever help we can in return.
You have my thanks in advance. I'll surely need the support when the time comes. So the great bells scattered about Crossbell exist to create localized fields of space that amplify the powers of the Septarion. In light of what the present situation has already shown us, I believe we can trust York's findings. But to think the children of man were capable of creating such things, not to mention the cradle of the cults. The deluded obsessions of the Croix family truly knows no bounds.
I never thought someone from the society would supply us with valuable information the way Jorg Rosenberg has. As a member of the Gralsritter, I might him to take his word at face value, but it didn't seem like he was lying to us. Just goes to show, they got people of all stripes and sorts over in Ouroboros. They sure do.
Ouroboros and the Gralsritter have faced off time and time again throughout unrecorded history. You could almost say we're bound by fate. That said, despite how much our order has looked into the society, we know shockingly little about the Fool or the Steel Maiden. No countermeasures, no glaring weak points. As things stand, we'll have to fight the both of them blind. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. We might as well jump in head first and see who comes out on top.
Man, we should have Kevin here. At least we know he's killed an Anguis. The Merkabah Unit 5 has been keeping in touch with us from outside the state since the declaration of invalidity. Father Kevin and his crew are busy preparing to assist us with the liberation of Crossbell City. For that to make a difference, we first need to do something about that white Aeon and the barrier around the city. Oh, I hope Kevin's playable. Please make Kevin playable. I want to be Kevin again.
Seeing as we no longer need to locate any additional landing spots, I have passed my duties on board to Jonah for now. As for our next mission, we'll be facing off against Ouroboros. There's no way for us to predict what tactics they may employ. With that in mind, I must ensure that my orbital staff and I are in perfect condition at all times.
You're already perfect, T.O.
Both the Moon Temple and Stargazer's Tower were once under the supervision of the Crossbell Guardian Force. If we had just learned the truth about the bells earlier, maybe we could have avoided the current situation altogether. Still, dwelling on it won't do us any good. We have a lot of battles ahead,
so I'll keep my head up and face forward.
In terms of overall strength, the Red Constellation's probably tougher than the Society. The guys at Ouroboros had their archaisms, not to mention that insane Lance Master. It's gonna take a lot more than raw power alone to crack those nut jobs. Don't go soft on them for even a second, Lloyd. You got that? I'm just hoping we get a showdown with Campanella. That's something we haven't really done yet. He's always been the one, unless I'm misremembering, like in the shadows, you know? Never truly the one to actually do the battles, just like there to tease us.
The Society of Ouroboros. I heard they were the ones behind those bizarre happenings in Liberl last year. They haven't been making their presence felt very much in Crossbell, but they do have 2 key locations fully guarded. Makes you wonder what their ultimate goal in all of this is.
Well, I don't know if we were even find out this game.
Hacking the orbital night went a lot smoother than I thought it would. They've totally blocked off access from the signal booster though, so there's no chance we're gonna be able to use it again. Heh, doesn't matter though. Scaring the crap out of those chumps in Orchis Tower was more than worth it. Now hurry up and take back the city already. I got me a base to reclaim.
Yes. You know what? I'll buy you like 5 large pepperoni pizzas after this, Jonah, for all your hard work.
You'll be able to infiltrate the city once we do something about the barrier in that white Aeon. I'm sure Speaker McDowell's declaration reached Chief Sergei and the others too. They're probably already on the move. This is the final push, Lloyd. You guys go kick some butt out there.
I will. Our first destination is the Moon Temple, a ruin in the Mainz region dating back to the Middle Ages. Meister Jorg asserts that one of the Society's enforcers, Campanella the Fool, will be awaiting you there. He doesn't typically dirty his hands like this, so even the church's records on him are incomplete. You face an enigmatic foe. There's no telling what he might have in store. Be ready for anything.
It's so cool that Abbas is a knight. Now then, actually, Sambar, perfect. Actually, oh, not perfect. I mean, I can go straight to... I mean, I am allowed to go straight to St. Ursula. But it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Stargazer's Tower is up the roads. We recommended not to go there. But there is still a monster chest along the trail. I'm wondering if I'm allowed to go and get to that one, or if I'll get shouted away. Because what we're going to be doing right now is monster chest romp. Get all the monster chests that we haven't gotten. And just checking now. No dragon. Just don't trust these freaking highways here, man. Still looking for a Hydra too, but I saw that later in the guide they do specify like a good strategy and time to do it, so I'm not going to go searching willy-nilly for it. But we do see the monster chest here. I don't quite remember the level on this one, but a lot of the chests are level 80 something, which we'll totally be able to do. Check in our... Isn't this usually the party button? This is the party button. How could I forget? We're in the late 80s, so we should be fine on the level 80 something chests. But there's some level 100 plus chests. I mean, I guess it was like that in Trails from Zero 2 and we were still able to manage. So, yeah. 82. Walk in the park. Let's go. Oh, boy. You guys remember these? I think I already scanned these, actually. And I think I regretted it immensely. All right. It's all about combo crafts. I got to do 3 combo crafts with every member of the party. As you can see, there's 6 abilities. I got 6 people written down on the side. Let's just start it off. We're going to do a freaking Star Blast with our girl Ellie. Oh. Okay. Good night. Good night. And we're going to do a freaking Omega Strike right here. And I'm just going to also note down who it is we're working with. Bam. Hey, I'll take a Cross Mirage too. Mars Bell. Please take me to St. Ursula Hospital. All that fighting left me with chest pains. Oh. Alright. Just hear me frantically flipping my sheet here. So, we want to make our way back the sheet to... Where's this chest then? West Ursula by road. This is... Level 82 monster chest. Gotten.
Cool. Then we can make our way to St. Ursula. You know what? I'll see you there. And St. Ursula Medical College, everybody. Hiya, Ben Tony. It seems the Defense Force has been in utter chaos since the Speaker declared our independence invalid. They're still escorting ambulances, thankfully, but there's plenty else to be concerned about, too. Let's see. Oh. My apologies, but I'll stay here while you're inside the hospital. We understand. See you soon. And Wasey is actually like reserve, like on the ship. We don't even take him with us. My heart goes out to our patients who have family trapped in the city. They're not in a position to communicate with their loved ones at all. I wish there was more we could do. No, there has to be something. It still falls on our shoulders to make their stay here as comfortable as possible. I bet I could fish here. But I think I'm good. Get on the fishing for now. Calm down, Portia. Don't forget, we have to deliver meals to all of the other patients too. What if you freak out so much that you spill someone's food? Or worse, Lady Ilias! Now, keep it together. The superintendent said we're in charge of delivering Lady Ilia her hospital food today. Oh, this is so much pressure. What am I supposed to say when I meet her? Oh, she's finally gonna get to actually meet the Ilia Platier in person? That's pretty crazy.
The Defense Force was supposed to escort me back to the city today. So what's the big idea? I don't know what this declaration of invalidity business is about, but surely wouldn't hurt to take one poor old man along with them.
Aw. Look at who you're affecting, Speaker McDowell. No. The stress is starting to get to our guests here, too. Can hardly blame them, if only they had a way to return to Crossbell City. Tough times. So, Speaker McDowell's declared the state independence invalid, has he? I wonder what's going to happen now.
Same here. Makes me worry how things are going at my old apartment building in the downtown district. It doesn't sound like they're going to let us request an escort back to the city anytime soon either.
Well, there's not much we can do about that. Let's just focus on our work at the hospital for now.
Yeah, you're right. We're not even in a position to go back to the city right now. I still hope the situation improves, though. That would help put my mind at ease.
There's not much we can do about the situation right now. Let's just focus on our work at the hospital, okay? Yeah. Do your best. The people there still need ya. Invalidity or not. Everybody's hard at work. Nobody's chilling out here. And I'm gonna go find myself a sarong. Maybe on the roof. The doctors and residents are looking more and more despondent every time they trudge in and out of their rooms. There's no way to commute here from the city now, so they're probably worried about the regular patients. And who could blame them? Not even Ursuline. Even she's doing her proper job. Clean sheets. Oh, sailing. The doctors and interns are doing all they can to come up with alternatives to the medicines we're lacking. Our solutions may be less than ideal, but we'd be neglecting our patients if we didn't try everything at our disposal. I swear on my pride as a neurologist and pharmacologist that we're gonna pull through this. Adios be my witness. I believe. I wonder where Dyson is. I haven't seen Dyson around. Alright. We want to go and talk to Farah, the wife of the good Inspector Donovan over in 302 for a book, but first... Hey, little guy. Word in the hospitals that the city's in disarray again. I hear there was a shocking expose on who was actually responsible for the raid. Though it seems they managed to suppress it before the details could really get around. I'm sorry, Ilia. Ilia wouldn't be here if not for the president's schemes. She has every right to be upset. Well, not that the truth of what happened matters to me anymore. I care far more about when my next rehab session is. I'm itching to get out of this bed and move my body around. It's the only way I'm gonna make the stage mine again. For a second there, I thought we were gonna see a whole new side of you.
Ilya will always be Ilya.
I'm gonna keep up my rehab until the stage is mine again. I've got no time to be dwelling on anything else. My next session can't come soon enough. My body's itching for some exercise.
That's the spirit. Dyson, the linen room. Yes, a room of great mystery. Now would be about time to put in a request for whatever supplies we're running low on. Problem is, there hasn't been a trace of the CDF since the declaration of invalidity. This isn't good. Are we supposed to negotiate for goods at this rate? Nobody in the linen room. Foiled once again.
I brought a book with me to pass the time, but I'm already through with it. No sense in reading the same story over and over, right? Why don't you take it as a little present?
Thank you, ma'am.
So McDowell went to declare the whole kit and caboodle invalid, eh? I bet Sergei and the others in the city are making their move now. They would let an opportunity like this pass them by. Wish I could join them. There's not much I can do in this state. I'll have to leave the heavy lifting to you, SSS.
I do like the detail we were given, by the way, in the earlier scene, because I was wondering, like, why are we allowed to live? Like, why are we sort of just put around the state? My idea was that Dieter thinks that, well, he can have use for us in the fact that once all of this is sort of settled, we'll see a reason and he can, like, put us to work for him because we're very capable people rather than just offing us. But Kia's well-being, too, makes a lot of sense, so... And I'm glad to keep my head. I'm glad he just threw me in prison, because I'm a bad boy. I can't be chained down.
Excuse me, doctor. I overheard someone say that the hospital is running out of medicine. Are we going to be all right?
It's true our supplies are dwindling, but rest assured that we are working on alternatives.
The staff we have here at St. Ursula Hospital are the best on the continent. We'll make it through this shortage. The staff we have here at St. Ursula are the best on the continent.
Well, if the doctor says it's fine, then I suppose it's fine. I'm not the one with the medical license here, after all.
Trust the doc.
The hospital obviously has a lot going on right now. I can't do much, but I'm with the doctors in spirit at least. That's the kind of loyalty I have to St. Ursula. This place has done so much for me, body, mind, and soul.
Someone who's done a lot for me. It's you, Philia. I meant Cecile. She's inside. I got a little carried away when I saw her.
Between the patients already staying here and the ones who just ended up stuck, I got about as much work as I can handle. With everything going on in the city, it'll probably be a while before that changes.
I'm heading over to speak with our visitors at La Lecture. I'll be leaving the patients here in your care for the time being, Philia. I'd appreciate it if you could explain the situation to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's my sis?
Oh, Lloyd, you're all here. Well, isn't this a lovely surprise? The SSS is back together again.
Yeah, not a moment too soon.
I'm sorry to worry you, Cecile. Oh, now, Ellie, there's nothing to apologize for. No doubt you and the others have been through a lot. And on that note, there's something I can't help but notice. From what I can tell, the SSS seems more tightly knit than ever before.
Hey, we can only get closer with time, right? We've done it all by now.
Yes, it truly puts into perspective just how far we've come this year.
Yeah, not to say there isn't still a whole lot left on our plates, though. I know your toughest fights are still ahead of you. But if anyone can get to the bottom of this string of incidents, it's the SSS. Good luck, everyone. I'll be rooting for you.
He won't let you down, Cecile.
Now that the SSS is back together again, I'll be cheering on all of you. Give it your all. What's going on, Meifa? I'm scared.
I don't know, but something must have happened in the city. Now's not the time to be worrying, though. We have people who need us. As long as we play our part, I'm sure it'll all be okay.
Right. Baggio, Mom, and Dad are all still stuck in the city. I hope they're alright. Something must have happened in the city, and whatever it is, it's big. What's important now is that we do everything in our power to help people. Here. Let's check out 201. I got rushed into the hospital over a compound fracture. On one hand, I'm glad it's starting to heal, but on the other, I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to get back to the city.
Just what is going to become of our little Crossbell? Only the goddess knows. All I can do is pray she puts us on the path to salvation.
Best be praying hard, 'cause we're a highway to hell.
I heard a rumor that the declaration of invalidity caused an uproar in part of the city. Apparently, the defense force was quick to stop it, but I worry if anyone was injured in the process.
We'll be completely cut out from the city, and I don't just mean the highways. We can't even make contact through the orbital network. These new information restrictions must be in response to Speaker McDowell's declaration of invalidity. This is terrible. As it stands, there'll be no way to notify us in case of an emergency. I just hope everyone in the city is alright.
The outpatients that were stranded here had just about reached their breaking points, but hearing what happened in the city has helped restore some hope to them. No one knows what will happen next, but I truly do hope they'll be able to return home.
Anybody here? Nope. Man, Croiss's plot is just falling apart at the seams. He has no control, this friggin'. Take him down. At the doctor's request, I gathered all of the herbs we had stored in the research ward. What the doctors are doing is unorthodox, but times are tough. We can't just sit on our hands and do nothing while patients need us.
It's not exactly scientific, but the remedies in those old wives' tales could serve as useful references for potent medications. I think I have a textbook on them back in my dorm room. I'll go look for it later.
While working on our supply problem, I hit the books with Dr. Cecile and came across some riveting discoveries. It should be possible to concoct anesthetics and pharmaceuticals by using the medicinal herbs that grow in the state. We've been short on medical supplies since diplomatic ties were cut with Rumiferia. Now, hope just might be on the horizon.
That's great, Lago. Good to hear, you old bald, beautiful bastard. I heard the internal medicine, neurology, and pharmacology departments have devised a way to try and cover for our supply shortage. A surgeon like me has nothing to do right now, so instead I'm lending Ursula and Chalur a hand with whatever they need.
I'm double checking our old medical devices in case the new supply turns out to be defective. But I'm so sleepy. It's hard to stay focused.
This equipment doesn't seem to be very efficient, but it should work well enough in a pinch. There were a lot of these to check on, so it took us all night to get through them. Not that I haven't gotten used to working all-nighters at this point. Hardworking gang. I believe with that, that's St. Ursula. Checked out. Quite possibly the final talkie state. I don't know. I just don't know.
Welcome back, everyone. Have you finished what you came here for?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's indeed. Let's squeeze one more big monster kill in this episode, shall we? Come down, Merkabah. I'm gonna need a quick snooze. And then, let's set our sights on the next chest. Travel in the Merkabah. There's one on Knox Forest Road, and I'm fairly sure it's like a level 100 chest, so I'm gonna procrastinate on that. But some of the other chests here. We have West Crossbell Highway. I think that's how we reach this one. Let me double check here. Belgard area has a level 86 monster chest with a Saturn bell. I never checked the Mars bell. Going. Mars can act immediately after using fire arts? Whoa. Wait, so that's crazy. So if we like cast a fire art, obviously we have to wait for it to land, but once it lands, we then get a turn immediately? Ah, you're not gonna let me go there. You're not gonna let me go to that part. You're not gonna let me go there. Okay, well, hopefully there's time later. Hopefully there's time later. Just gonna have to trust in that. Alright. No problem. No problem, no problem. This is all part of the plan. Traveling the Merkabah. Because we also have Ye Old Mine. Yes. Let's go to Ye Old Mine. By starting in Ye Old Mainz. And, well, we're here. Amy?
Is it true that Crossbell's independence is invalid now? Some Defense Force people were here to search for the Resistance, but they bolted out in a hurry. Serves them right. Justice always prevails.
There hasn't been any military action here since the Jaegers went hunting for the Resistance. I'm worried about how they'll react to the Declaration of Invalidity, though. I hope the Resistance is being careful right now. That's the new take a shot of juice every time you hear Declaration of Invalidity.
The Resistance guys have a bunch of wolves helping them out. They must be really smart. I'm glad they're on our side.
Me too, buddy.
Me too.
Old Lady Bilma.
The Declaration of Invalidity is essentially...
Oh, take a sip. Take a sip.
Nullified President Kreuz's credibility. This could very well be a turning point in Crossbell in history.
I think so. Huh. When's the mine gonna reopen? Get it together. What about you, Max? You doing better? The mine's closed, so I'm helping around town with whatever physical labor I can offer. Doesn't make a difference, though. Nothing's as satisfying as mining. He's despairing.
The Resistance forces are gearing up for something, but what exactly I can't say. I'm not sure I could bear to see the guardsmen get injured like they were during the occupation. I hope they make it through this alright.
Let's go see Mayor Bixen. See if he's holding up alright.
With the president's reputation in flux, the Defense Force has chosen to stand down and see how things play out. From what I gather, Murray and the Resistance are making preparations to liberate Crossbell City. I can only pray to Adios that their mission is a success.
Mireille from the Resistance is visiting the inn. She said they would be commencing more operations soon. I do hope they're taking the opportunity to rest. They certainly deserve it.
I'll be checking her out. Oh, Luca.
That Resistance leader is a real fighter, huh? She was the first to challenge the new regime. None of the men can claim that. The rest of us ladies can learn a lot from her, I bet. You're right. I feel the same way. Miss Murray is here on supply run for the Resistance. She tells me you kids have a big operation coming up soon. Everyone here is rooting for you two. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Randy, Special Support Section. Just the people I wanted to see. With the Declaration of Independence invalidated, the Defense Force can no longer act with impunity. Now we could just do something about the barriers surrounding the city. Disabling it would be our only real chance of liberating the citizens. We're on the job, Second Lieutenant. It'll get done, one way or another.
But just as a heads up, the Constellation's probably already geared up for that to happen. If we aren't careful, we can start hunting the Resistance before we even get this operation off the ground.
In other words, the sooner we act, the better. Agreed. I'll assure my men are fully prepared to launch the operation on our end. With the Wolves' help, we'll be able to put up a better fight against the Red Constellation. In the meantime, we're counting on the SSS to shut that barrier down.
Don't worry, we'll pop that bubble. Just be careful on your end, Murray.
Same to you, Randy. I'll ensure my men are fully prepared. We're counting on you.
It's happening. It's the big finale, and I'm guessing Maribel is getting like Wazy and Shirley and sort of getting them into be like, you know, mini boss. I was gonna say mini boss, not even mini boss, like full boss situations. Probably gonna be meeting them. It's like officers of her freaking I need a Wazy World showdown. I need Walt to see the errors of his ways.
It's been a while since we had Sunday school. I hope our teacher's okay.
I don't have much schooling, so this declaration of invalidity business is a bit over my head. All I want is for this world to become a place where Kimmy and the rest of the kiddos can live in peace. Wish I didn't have to rely on folks like the Resistance to make it happen. What can an old has-been miner like me do about it?
Well, you're doing a great job already. Racing Kimmy. Luca kicked us out of the inn. She said he was so the leader of the Resistance could get some rest. Oh well, we'll live.
We want to help out as much as we can, but there isn't much we can do for Miss Murray and her Resistance. In the end, all we miners are good for is digging up holes.
Well, you're very good at it, though.
Something big is happening over in the city right now. We miners can't afford to go on like this. I need to have a talk with Mayor Bixen.
Alec walked right up to one of those wolves and pet it without a second thought. What am I going to do with that child? I know they're smart animals, not to mention they're cooperating with the Resistance, but I do wish they'd be a little more careful.
That rascal. That rascal. That's locked, of course. Alright. But then, we could get on the roads to Ye Old Mine. Let's move around Ye Big Mole. And... because if you remember, all the way down here is a staircase leading down and a monster chest. Bam. 85. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, look at him boogie. Look at him boogie. Alright. Let's remember to scan, Lloyds. Scan. Battle scope.
Orgon spider. An ancient spider that has fangs coated with a petrifying venom.
Actually not resistance to everything. That's crazy. I'm gonna Star Blast too. That's probably gonna kill everybody. But I wanna get the Ellie ones well and truly done. There we go. That's another point for Ellie. Oh, they're still up. Deadly stroke. Oh, don't like those. Don't like those. Tell you what. Hate spiders. Especially when they can kill you in one strike. Which some spiders can. It's not even that outlandish. And another tier 1. Okay. Blam. Boosh, blam, bing, bam, boom, boom. Wosha! Then you, mister. How about... Right, so it's just about Lloyd doing them. Yeah, it's just about Lloyd doing it. I don't care how they feel about each other. You just gotta like Lloyd. That's what matters here. Indeed. Just to end off, Ellie, I mean, we've definitely already done one with her, but there we go. That's 3 points with Ellie, or 3 combo crafts rather. She is sufficiently bonded with for the final bonding scene. Now, that should be good. Wonderful. And we get Jupiter Bell, which of course I'm gonna note down. Old Mines is very early on here. There we go. Old Mines. Oh, these, my looties, my massive hecking quartzies, my space-bending, wind-flapping, gravity-welling magic orbs. No. Let's see this frickin' thing. Jupiter Bell can act immediately after using wind arts. Interesting. What they're also good for is just giving you a lot of a particular type of element. So that's interesting. That's that done though. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Very cool all around. And we're back out. Now, if I was to, just for my own sake, run into a giant mole, like, we've all been there before. Walking into a giant mole. We still have a couple of combo crafts that we gotta do, but we also have some people that needs to die, so I think we could do some of it naturally as we're out getting the dudes, but at the same time, bam. What I'm thinking actually, I'm just gonna get Lloyd up so that he can do a fun attack with Tio here. And then once I've done that, I know that Tio and Ellie are good. We've done all the attacks with them. There we go. I think it's okay if Tio initiates the attack. Shouldn't matter. There we go. Omega Strike. Tio is officially also done. Blam. Because this lets me do this in the tactics screen. And get these girls out here. Very good. Got more bonding to do. Got a whole harem, in fact. Alright. Back on the Merkabah. Now descend. Descend upon me, great Merkabah. Not in a weird way, in a practical way, because you are a ship. Okay. Feeling fresh, feeling fine. Feeling like we're gonna go in the next episode and kick some more monster butts. Yeah. We have 2 chests remaining. Actually, before we leave off, there's a few more things that I would like to do. Also, a clarification. These 3 monster chests I can't get right now since they're so close to bad guy territory. We can't get close to any of these 3, so we're just gambling on a future state of the game, allowing us to go and get those chests, so we'll see how that turns out. For now, though, the only place we've yet to do talk... Do you think I could go Boathouse? Oh my gosh, I haven't considered if I can go Boathouse, actually. I wanted to go Armorica Village, but now I need to know if I can go Boathouse. What? I mean, I can walk a little distance towards Tongrim Gate, actually. Okay, last thing I need to check. Let's do Talkies in Armorica, check out the Boathouse, and then next time we can start, like, right on the Moon Temple. That's gonna be the ploy. I need to talk to Chief Tolta. Chief Tolta!
Derek's been working harder than ever since the declaration of invalidity. In all my years as chief, I've never experienced a situation like the one we find ourselves in now. Every member of this village needs to come together if we're gonna pull through this.
That's right. Cooperation, combo crafts. The declaration of invalidity has called President Croiss's authority into question. I can already picture how much discord there is among the city residents right now.
I'm going to have a look around the village. See how the people are dealing. Just check anybody in the apiary. You just don't know these things. Suddenly, there's a guy living there, hiding out for, well, his son and his grandson. We haven't been able to deliver to the city ever since the barrier went up. There must be plenty of city slickers that need some fresh veggies right now. It's mighty painful to know there's nothing us farmers can do for them.
Our kids are playing with Colin again today. That reminds me, I should treat Mr. Hayworth and his family to dinner sometime for all the help they've given us.
Aww. Wholesome souls.
Colin can be a little careless. He wandered into the highway earlier because he thought those blue plants were pretty. We'll have to keep a closer eye on him.
That's good.
Camilla only wanted to play with Colin, so I was getting really bored. But Mom says I'm like a big sister to Colin, so I gotta be more patient. I always wanted to be a big sister.
Aww.
Come on, Colin. We're gonna play Kick the Can today. Kick the Can? What's that mean?
What? You don't know Kick the Can? Aw, jeez. Guess we'll just have to teach you. Let's see, it's kind of like hide and seek, except... So, while whoever's it is out searching, you gotta take this can and...
Oh, I know. You crush it and toss it in the trash, right?
No. Can you just let me finish?
Playing with everyone is so fun. I made so many friends here. Maybe I can bring Sunita with us next time, too.
At least Colin's coping. Kids tend to
they have a tendency to do that, or they have the ability to do that in even tough situations.
Seeing Sophia and Colin tells me that Harold's built himself quite the family. I imagine if Jake became a family man like that too someday. Maybe I should focus on finding my grandson and wife once I retire.
What is it with you? I remember friggin' Mr. Roland also having his old mom trying to hook him up. What's his name? What's the name of the general goods keeper in Roland? I'll let it stew in my mind for a bit, but it'll come to me. I'm getting a chill down my spine. What is Gramps scheming this time? He should be more concerned about the low harvests than my personal life. The guy. Derek.
Our village is largely separated from Crossbell and politics, so the declaration of invalidity doesn't change much here. That said, many villagers are still worried about how quickly things are changing. I'll have to visit them door to door and give them some reassurance.
Oh, Colin. I hope he'll be alright. He's gonna be fine, Sophia. I know how you feel. I was afraid of letting my scrawny little Stefan play unsupervised at first, too. But sometimes you have to let them leave the nest and get in a little trouble. It builds character. Maybe you're right. Colin won't enjoy himself very much if I'm too overprotective. Perhaps I really should try to be less overprotective of Colin. Just look at how much fun he's having with the other children. Sophia certainly does dote on that boy. It's alright though. Sometimes kids have to get in trouble to grow a little.
The Austrian.
Sophia is such a great cook. Maybe she would be willing to give me some lessons while she's staying here. Before you know it, I'll be able to whip up an even meaner omelette rice than my dad.
Just between you and me, Cecile didn't inherit Gofan's culinary ability, if you know what I mean. I was scared stiff when she served up an omelette rice that looked like it had crawled out of Gehenna. Not that it stopped me from eating it or anything. I could never turn Cecile down. Word of the declaration of invalidity has reached the village. Our opinions of the president weren't too high to begin with, but I bet the city folk are starting to sing the same tune now. Wish I knew what was going to happen next, but I think we're stuck waiting for the other shoe to drop. Life is hardly worth living, what with the highway restrictions keeping me from the library. At least Speaker McDowell is finally doing something about all of it. Things are bound to improve now, right? Maybe that barrier will come down too.
The barrier! We gotta overcome it.
I was born for this. Oh, the SSS. Thank goodness you're still okay. When I heard about Speaker McDowell's declaration of invalidity, I wasn't sure what to think. Did you all have a hand in it?
Quite a few, as a matter of fact.
How have things been in Armorica? Any significant changes?
Not for the moment, no. I was in talks with the CDF when we received the news, though, and they were quite out of sorts about it.
I suppose it's no surprise that the village itself wasn't very affected by it either way.
Yeah, if I had to guess, the city's where things are really hitting the fan. Indeed it has. Me worried for my neighbors back home. My friends and associates at St. Ursula and Mainz are a point of concern as well. If only it were possible to travel.
Unfortunately, the declaration was only a small step in the right direction. There's still a lot of work to be done. Stay safe in the meantime, Mr. Hayworth.
I will. Good luck to you all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now then, let us be off to the other side of this bridge, where we go inside the room right here.
Derek has been checking in on us every now and then to make sure we're all okay. In times like these, even just seeing a friendly face can help put you at ease. We're fortunate that he's always been the thoughtful type.
Yeah. Well, what do we have here, Elkin? Wait, we got a fancy new truck? Our independence was declared invalid, right? Honestly, I think it's for the best. I miss the days when I could drive to my heart's content. This whole independence business is too complicated for a guy like me anyway. I just want things to go back to normal. I thought it was confiscated. Maybe I just misremember. Well then, can I take the bus? Orbital bus service has been suspended. What do you mean?
Alright. I'm gonna find myself a boathouse. And I'm gonna find it real fast. Oh. Wait, hold on a minute. I can get to the Tangram chest? This changes everything. Oh, it's level 100? Wait, I can get to... I just assumed. It's the one chest I haven't actually tested. So the other two chests I can't get close to. Like, I've actually tested that. But this one, I just assumed that it maybe was further along the way to Tangram. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, gosh. That's a big oosh from me, too. Wicked Thunder. That's a nice miss. Misses all around. Well, not all around. Some actually hits. All right. Did we ever... No. Golden statue. There we go. A nefarious statue made with alchemy obstructs the casting of arts. Level 100. Well, you know what to do. We gotta come together. Come together as one. That's gonna be 1 point for Noel. Right there. Let's get him. Oh boy, they're strong. They're strong mofos. Randy, it's time to kick some butts. It's gonna be 1 point for Randy. That's a lot more damage. That's a miss. Dude, our evasion right now is crazy good. Oh, they're speeding us down though. They're gonna get to just absolutely pound us. Might be worth doing a true Parcelian dance here. On 200 CP, no less. Blah! Let's see the damage here. Let's see if I'm gonna start panic popping others, but I don't really want to because I could still do a combo craft with Lloyd here. Oh, he got the heal turn. Darn it. Alright. Looking okay. It's just speed down. We can live with speed down. We can live with speed down. Oh boy, we barely get to act at all though. But you know. Burning Rage. Right here. 2 points for Randy. Blam. And then you, Null Seeker. Are we ready to rumble? I guess just fire. Yeah, just fire something big. Blam. It's something. Wicked Thunder. Shoot some shots. No problem, no problem. Lloyd doesn't quite have the CP here. What I'm gonna do with Randy is I'm gonna get mad. Yeah, let me just pop it. Berserker. Bam. And then, yeah. Let's just finish him. There we go. I found Uranus. I found Uranus, guys. It was in this chest all along. Let's see. Where's Uranus? It's on the east cross. There we go. All right. Mark that down. Does everyone consent to this looting? The SSS and chest. I do. Adios. I don't. Well, I still got it. Check it out. Uranus can act immediately after using space arts. Cool. I actually went... Did I not go too far if I wanted to go to the boathouse? Or is that... No, that is actually further along. Dude, it's just so perfect. So perfect. I was losing hope on getting that chest. We should still have time to get those. But we just got to get the CDF on our team. And it seems like the CDF are about to... You know... Turn tail. How are things down here?
A proposal for a united nations and a civil war in our Erebonia.
Who would have thought the political climate could shift so much in the span of a month? And then, to top it all off, there was that declaration of invalidity.
Indeed, a bolt from the blue is one thing, but this is more akin to a thunderstorm.
Well, if it isn't Lloyd Bannings of the Fishermen's Guilds.
Lake Lord III? What are you doing in here?
Training, obviously. I am the leader of the club, after all. How could I return to Erebonia after such a shameful defeat?
I see. Still, I don't think this is the safest place for you right now.
Indeed. We will escort you to Armorica village. Please prepare for immediate evacuation.
Will you just leave us be already? Every angler knows the wilderness like the back of their hand. We can keep ourselves sheltered and fed with ease.
That aside, if things are as dangerous as you say, changing our locations would hardly make a difference now, would it?
But...
In any case, we have our enigmas on hand, and quite frankly, our well-being is none of your concern. Now, if you don't have any further objections, leave us be at once.
Sure.
Since you came all the way out here, I have a little gift for you. We made a few too many catches, you see. We couldn't possibly eat all of them ourselves. Oh, 10 carp? Sure. One of the fish spat this out as well.
What? That's crazy. This is just a thing? Wow. Fun for being rewarded just coming out of my way. Thanks, I think.
We have survival skills on our side, not to mention our enigmas. Now take your leave, Bannings. Your concern is unwarranted.
Haven't you blathered on enough already? We're busy enough as is, so I appreciate it if you left us alone.
Sheesh. Fine, take a hint. Anybody along this track here? The other Elite Four? No. Nobody here. I am curious, though, if they had anything else to say around here pre-declaration, so let's go check that out. Okay. Something tells me... Okay, so is it gonna be the exact same then? Most likely. Question is, if I had seen this and then advanced the story, I wonder if he would have said something else on my recoming, but possibly not. Okay, still interesting to know. What I'm gonna do now, though, is that I'm gonna go back to the present, make sure that I get all of the combo crafts with the rest of the characters. Randy needs 1, Noel needs 2, and then I gotta do 3 with Wazy and Rixia, and I'll just see you after that. Okay. It is done. I've done combo crafts with everybody. I've also set up the party, how I want it to be. It's going to be Lloyd, Rixia, Randy, and Tio. That's the playable bunch. Wazy, I'm back up. I also remembered that I could actually report to HQ, because we have 2 of those monster extermination contracts that I just never handed in. So let's go right ahead. There we go. Okay, that's all the cleanup I wanted to do. Whew. Now, we can continue with good conscience and hit up the Moon Temple next time around. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails to Completion.